Welcome to Strategy Talk. Today we're talking about the 5 common business strategies you should know. Let's get started. Have you ever interacted with a business that you thought was so awful you asked yourself, how are they still open? And yet, years later, they are still operating? We can answer this question from a strategic frame of mind by exploring the 5 most common broad business strategies that they employ. Here are 5 common business strategies used. 1. Being the cost leader, low cost, high value. 2. Being unique enough, differentiation. 3. Serving a niche market, focus. 4. Growing the business, expansion. And 5. The blue ocean strategy, innovate. Beginning with being the cost leader. The cost leadership strategy is a fundamental approach in business that centers on becoming the lowest cost producer or provider in an industry. This strategy aims to achieve a competitive advantage by offering products or services at the lowest possible cost, enabling a company to attract a wide customer base and withstand price competition, and often enjoy higher profit margins. While the strategy may sound straightforward, executing it successfully requires a combination of operational efficiency, economies of scale, and effective cost control measures. Companies adopting the cost leadership strategy prioritize cost reduction across their entire value chain. This includes sourcing raw materials at lower prices, streamlining production processes for efficiency, and implementing cost-effective distribution and marketing strategies. By achieving economies of scale, cost leaders can spread their fixed cost over a larger output, reducing the cost per unit and gaining a competitive edge. A few examples of companies that employ this strategy primarily are Walmart, Southwest Airlines, and McDonald's. Looking at Walmart, by optimizing its supply chain, negotiating favorable deals with suppliers, and implementing efficient inventory management systems, Walmart consistently offers a vast array of products at competitive prices. The company's ability to provide everyday low prices has contributed to its dominance in the retail industry. I personally do not like going to Walmart, reasons being it's sketchy, sometimes smells funny, and the self-checkout doesn't work very well. But I and millions of other people still go there. Why? Because the items don't cost as much as what other competitors offer, or the store is also more conveniently located. There's definitely some compromising from the customer's standpoint in which they will put up with the environment for the chance to save some money compared to going elsewhere where the shopping experience is a little bit more pleasant. Southwest has accomplished being the low-cost option in the airline industry by operating the same type of aircraft, utilizing point-to-point routes rather than the spoken hub, flying to less popular airports, not using a third-party ticketing system, which means you must go to their website to buy tickets, and maintaining quick turnaround times at airports. All of these minimize operating costs. Southwest is great, provides similar value of services as other airlines, but by flying to less popular airports due to the cost of renting a spot on the ramp, it is not my primary choice, as the time to travel to those airports would end up equaling the time or cost of just using the more costly airline that operates at the bigger airports. What I'm saying is the location really does matter. McDonald's is a great example of being the cost leader in the fast food industry. Through efficient food production processes, a standardized menu, and a global supply chain, McDonald's can provide fast food at competitive prices. The emphasis on consistency and cost efficiency has contributed to its widespread success and global presence. Successful implementation of the cost leadership strategy requires a commitment to operational efficiency, economies of scale, and strategic cost management. These examples show how companies across different industries have leveraged this strategy to build market dominance and profitability. Being unique or different enough works on different levels of the business model. We could start with the obvious one, the product. The product could be unique in features or package of features being offered, or the quality of the product, whichever is valued by the customer the most. This idea could be applied to services as well. Another way of differentiation is the way or method customers experience or interact with the business. It could be the experience when a potential customer is looking over the product, wondering if they should buy it, or during the buying process, or after they purchased it. To summarize, differentiation involves offering unique and high quality products or services that are valued by customers. Companies adopting this strategy aim to stand out from the competition based on factors such as innovation, design, brand image, or customer service. A few great examples would be Apple, Tesla, or Airbnb. I think we can agree all these companies offer something very unique compared to their established competitors. When a business starts to provide a product or service, oftentimes they need to only focus on a very particular small market size, a niche market, if you will. This is also called a startup's beachhead, using all its resources to attack or serve a very small group of a market very well. If this works, then they can move on to other strategies to grow their business. A great example is Amazon. They started with selling only books online. After getting all the systems in place and meeting their goals to serve the book buying market, they moved on to selling other items online. Once the system was in place, they just repeated it over and over until they became the main online seller of a wide variety of goods. If a company was to try to target too large of a market size, being too broad, they run the risk of running out of resources before they reach their goals they set out to consider themselves successful and moving on to the growth stage. This is why you need to target a small, very particular market. This also applies to geographic locations of the business. Moving on to another example, Facebook. They started as just a platform for Harvard students to connect with each other. Then it spread to other universities across the US. Then family and friends in America joined in. Then it spread to outside of America's borders. Some businesses do very well at targeting a niche market and staying within that niche market. An example being Ferrari, or any high-priced luxury or sports car company. They cater to a specific segment of consumers willing to pay a premium for high performance and prestigious vehicles. These companies wouldn't think of creating an economy car, and that is in their brand identity. But what is more likely to happen is these companies or brands would allow other companies and brands within their conglomerate family to share technology and R&D and manufacturing resources, which leads us to our next strategy. So a business has established itself and is ready to expand somehow. The strategy they need to move on to is one of the growth strategies. These strategies focus on expanding your business, either by increasing sales to existing customers, entering new markets, or developing new products or services. Growth can be achieved through organic means, such as investing in marketing and sales, or internally investing in the company, or through inorganic means, such as mergers and acquisitions, or receiving external funding to grow the company. If we continue with the luxury or sports car business example, we can focus on Bentley, which belongs to the Volkswagen Group. VW also happens to own Lamborghini, Audi, Porsche, Skoda, and Seat. VW is allowed to take Bentley design processes that they developed within the company of Bentley and apply them to Lamborghini, for instance. VW can also take engines and transmissions and mix and match them among vehicles with similar setups or vehicle architectures. For example, front engine, front wheel, all wheel drive sedans, or rear engine, rear wheel, or all wheel drive setups, for example. This example is a great demonstration of when a small company, such as Bentley, needs to survive in the marketplace, but resources contained within the company have become limited. It could be time or money. This is when it becomes a good time to join a group of companies within its market and grow inorganically through partnerships, mergers or acquisitions, or joint ventures, etc. Another way to grow is to innovate your way to higher profits, which takes us to our final business strategy. The blue ocean strategy is a business strategy that aims to create new market space, the blue ocean, rather than competing in existing markets, a red ocean with lots of competitors. It is based on the idea that most companies focus on competing with their rivals in existing markets, which leads to a red ocean of competition. In contrast, blue ocean strategy companies focus on creating new demand by creating new products, services, or experiences that are not available from existing competitors. This creates a blue ocean of uncontested market space where there is no competition and companies can enjoy high profits. This strategy framework involves two key concepts: value innovation and the strategy canvas. Value innovation occurs when a company introduces a leap in value for both buyers and itself, creating a win-win situation. The strategy canvas, a diagnostic and action framework, allows companies to visually compare their offerings against competitors and identify areas where they can differentiate and reduce cost. An example of this is Netflix. In the early 2000s, the entertainment industry was characterized by brick and mortar video rental stores and cable television dominance, a classic red ocean scenario. Netflix, however, identified an opportunity to create a blue ocean by leveraging technology to provide an on-demand subscription-based streaming service. By eliminating late fees, offering a vast library of content, and introducing original programming, Netflix not only differentiated itself, but also made traditional cable TV and video rental stores less attractive. The convenience of anytime, anywhere streaming appealed to a broad audience, from binge watchers to those seeking flexibility in their viewing habits. This move not only revolutionized the entertainment industry, but also rendered competition from traditional players less relevant. Another example is Tesla. Tesla's journey in the automotive industry shows how the blue ocean strategy can be applied to a traditionally competitive and established sector. In an industry characterized by well-established players competing on factors such as horsepower, fuel efficiency, and design, Tesla entered the scene with a focus on electric vehicles and sustainable transportation. Tesla's value innovation was centered on delivering high-performance electric cars with cutting-edge technology, long-range capabilities, and an emphasis on design. While other automakers were hesitant to fully embrace electric vehicles, Tesla created a blue ocean by catering to environmentally conscious consumers who sought both sustainability and luxury. The strategy canvas for Tesla showcases a departure from the traditional automotive industry with a focus on factors such as battery technology, autonomous driving, and over-the-air updates. Other unique factors that set Tesla apart include the ability to collect data from its users and areas the car operates in, the supercharger network, eliminating dealerships, and concentrating only on electric vehicles, and not having to worry about supporting legacy powertrains or no hybrids. By entering an uncontested market space, Tesla not only revolutionized the perception of electric cars, but also positioned itself as a leader in the automotive industry. The Blue Ocean strategy is a powerful tool that can help businesses achieve sustainable growth in even the most competitive industries. However, it is important to note that the Blue Ocean strategy is not always easy to execute. It requires companies to be creative, innovative, and willing to challenge the status quo. So there we have it, 5 business strategies that businesses can use to answer your question of how are they still open? To recap the 5 common business strategies used: being the cost leader, low cost, high value, being unique enough, differentiation, serving a niche market, focus, growing the business, expansion, and blue ocean strategy, innovate. Businesses can mix and match which strategies they use. It really depends on the company and marketplace it operates in. This has been Strategy Talk. Thank you.